Hello everyone, welcome back to England's History. I've had quite a few people messaging me about what's the new to the hobby, just got a simplex, haven't got a clue what they're doing, can I help? Matt Mamu Taylor messaged me today saying, please help me Sid, I need some settings. So we're going to go through some simple settings for beginners, nice and easy, and just keep it simple, don't try and overcomplicate things, don't worry about what everyone else is using, because they've probably got more experience with metal detecting and metal detectors and understand it more. The simplex is simple, you can keep it simple, just put two programs in, get used to them programs, understand what the machine's telling you before you try and open it up and make it maxed out. If you max out any metal detector, it's going to blow your ears off, all the different signals are going to drive you mad, and you're going to be chasing your tail all day, not have a clue what's a good signal and what's a bad signal. So I'm going to try and come up with some settings for you. That's going to be simple, going to help you find the goodies, and you're not just going to be digging all the tiny little bits of rubbish and stuff like that. The programs I'm going to be putting in for you is still quite open. It's not like I'm restricting it loads for you. It's still quite open, but you're not going to be hearing every little noise, and it's not going to drive you mad. So it's going to be a deep program, ideal for pasture fields where it's, say, an old park where it's gone quiet and there could be some deep targets a bit deeper down, so you're going to get good depth. And the other one's going to be a faster program, which is going to be good in amongst iron if you ever get onto an ancient site and you want to find some good stuff. So you've got more chance of finding it in amongst the iron. But yeah, right, let's have a look at the simplex now and see what programs I can come up with for you. This is for everyone that's asked me. I can't answer everybody all the time. Obviously I've got my own things to do, but today I'm a bit quiet, nothing going on, and Matt Mamu Taylor has asked me to do some settings for him, so let's crack on. Let's go and have a look. Okay, let's turn the machine on. At the bottom there, tell you what update you've got. 2.77. Okay. Turn the sensitivity down a bit. That's what's going to happen in the field. If you've got your sensitivity, if you're trying to run it full pout, obviously it's not going to be that bad because we've got a lot of EMI in the house, but you're going to hear a lot more noise than you need to, especially if you're only just getting used to the machine and you're new to the hobby. So don't try and overrun the machine. Okay. I quite like field mode. That's a two-tone program and it's nice and simple. You've got an iron buzz from 0 to 15, which shows you it's iron, and then from 15 all the way up is a good tone, and that's a nice simple way of metal detecting. It's either dig or don't dig. But what they have just done now with the new update in Part 1 and Part 2 is a free tone, so you get an iron buzz from 0 to 15, and then you get a mid tone from, I think it's from around 15 to 65 roughly, and then from 65 to 99 you've got a high tone. So it's up to you if you want to. There's not much difference in depth and performance on the two. One's just got free tones. We put it into part mode in case you like to have the free tones. Okay then, first thing is your volume. You leave that on full. Grain balance, leave at 90. Don't worry about grain balance. The only time you would grain balance is, see that M there? That means mineralization. So if it bounces up into the height from halfway or more, ignore it. But if it stays about halfway or more, then go into grain balance and then hold the plus and tick and pump the coil, and that will then do an automatic grain balance for you. But for most of the searching, especially in the UK, you're not going to have to worry about mineralization and grain balancing. Grain balance can be quite temperamental. So if you grain balance, say, went down to 60, and your soil really was would have been best left at 90 on the ground balance, you're going to start losing the small targets. So leave it at 90 unless it's indicating that you need to do a ground balance on the mineralisation bar. So keep it simple, leave it at 90. This is the third one along is the volume of the iron buzz. If you've got that at 3, it's going to give you the same audio volume as all the other targets. So you can sort of take over some of the good signals. So a good thing for that is leave that on 1. So when you go over iron, then instead of it going burp burp, it'll just be boop, 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 boop in the background. And a good target, you'll have the iron, boop, 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 and then the good target will go whap 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 whap. It will jump through a lot clearer. So I bet the neighbours think I'm singing in here. Right, and yeah, so that on 1. As you're new to it, so you go onto that tick and cross, and you can go left and right then, and bring in a bit of discrimination. Put it on 10. So just 2 bars of discrimination. That's going to quieten the machine down a bit more for you, make it even easier to metal detect, and you're not going to get loads of signals confusing you. This is mainly for newbies that just want to get out, use the simplex, and just start to understand the hobby. I run it with 0 discrimination, as it gives the machine, it's opening the machine up, but you don't want to worry about that until you've got a lot more experience. So just leave that on 2, discrimination at 2. Then that's your frequency shift. The way to set your frequency shift is you go onto there, well, you turn your pinpointer on. If it's affecting the machine, go across the frequency shift, push left or right. Takes a few seconds to go in, and then find the one that copes the best with your pinpointer. But there is a function now where you can just push one button and it will turn off the audio from your metal detector. So if your pinpointer is really affecting the simplex, you just push the button and it turns the audio off until you found your target with your pinpointer, and then you just push the button again and the audio starts coming back through. Like I say, you have got the adjustments in the frequency shift, which helps and that works with a lot of pinpointers, but some pinpointers it still plays up. So I'll just show you now. I'll turn the pinpointer on, you'll hear the interference in the audio change on the simplex, and at a push of a button I can turn that off, locate the target, turn the pinpointer off, put it in my pocket, push the button, and we're back to metal detecting, nice and simple. Okay, so I'll turn the pinpointer on. Push that button there. See, it turns off. You can see that it's got a speaker with a cross. It turns off the audio from the simplex. So you dig down, get your target, turn the pinpointer off, tap that button, back to detecting. So all it is one push of a button, and then bang, audio off, bang, audio on. That simple. I'll go through all these again in a minute. That's your wireless, that's for your headphones. That's vibration in your handle, you're not going to need that. Oh, it'd be handy if you was deaf. That's the brightness of your screen, so you haven't got to worry about that, leave that on full. And that's the light underneath, and you ain't got to have that on. We shouldn't be having that on really. So that's it, simple as that. The sensitivity, right, this is a main point really, especially with the 2.77 now on the simplex. It's got an extra notch, it's got an extra bar of sensitivity, which is going to drive you mad. So I would suggest just getting out, just starting in the hobby, just trying to learn a machine, knock it down 2 bars. Don't try and run it flat out. So that's the deep mode. So we go through it again, because I've put it all in now. Sensitivity, 2 bars down. Audio full. Ground balance, leave at 90 unless the mineralisation bar is showing that you need to do a change. Iron volume only on 1. Set 2 bars of discrimination. Set the frequency shift to suit your pinpointer. Wireless is for your wireless headphones. Once that's connected, you won't even have to touch that ever again. Vibration in the handle, you don't need that unless you're underwater or deaf. The brightness of the screen adjust to suit, but I'd leave it at A4. And the light underneath, leave off. That's it. It will be exactly the same for the fast mode. So you've got part 1 for deep, part 2 for fast. So you go into part 2, do the same. Set the sensitivity 2 notches down. Your volume for your speakers and headphones full. Ground balance, leave at 90 unless the mineralisation bar is telling you to adjust. Turn your iron volume down so good targets stand out. Set the discrimination, 2 bars. Adjust that to suit your pinpointer. That's for your headphones, that's the vibration, that's the light on the thingy. So that's it. It's so simple to set the simplex up. There's no need to have programs or settings as such. Right, I hope that's helped you out, Matt Mamu Taylor, and everyone else that's asked me about settings and programs for the... People keep asking, like, what's the best program for this? What's the best program for that? Really, there's 3 programs that you've got to worry about in most of our metal detecting. Field 1, if you only want 2-tone. If you want the 3-tone, all you've got to worry about, especially while you're getting used to the machine, is part 1, part 2. If you want the 3-tones, part 1 for depth, part 2 for fast recovery. I've added that little bit of discriminant into the programs for you, just to try and quieten it down a little bit. And remember, don't try and run it in full sensitivity. You can run it in full sensitivity if the ground's not sparky and it's not driving you mad. You'll know when you've got it too high, because every sweep it'll be going bip, 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 and it'll be chattering, and if you've got a bit of EMI, electric fence close by, it'll be going mad. So remember, try not to run it too sensitive. If it's a bit sparky, you've got a bit of chatter, or his signals are coming in for no reason, it's because you've got the sensitivity too high. Just drop the sensitivity back a little bit. It's still got the depth, it's still going to be fast. Don't try and run it too fast, and don't try and run it too sparky. Keep it simple.